Star Trek: The Improvised Generation. Thank you all for joining us for our final night of Season 1. The episode that you see this evening, you'll never get a chance to see again unless you follow us on our YouTube channel. A couple things to go through before we beam you up to the USS McGinley. Please turn off all communicators and tricorders. I will wait. In case of an emergency, do know that through those doors there are escape pods enough for all of you. In order to get us up to the ship, I do need your security code in a form of a suggestion. And this evening our suggestion will be a reason people gather, such as an execution is something we've had in the past. Maybe something positive.
Birthday party.
We did do birthday party, thank you so much. A wedding, a union ceremony. Let's turn it into that, a union ceremony. Thank you so much. McGinley, we are ready to beam aboard.
Captain's log. Stardate 47398.4. We've taken some shore leave so that some of our crew members can enjoy some time with family, as one of them enjoys a union.
Oh, sunscreen. That's important. I haven't had to wear that in a long time. Can I have a bit? Thanks, Doctor.
Where I come from, messy is important.
Your Earth? Messy is important on Earth?
West Edmonton.
West Edmonton, specifically England.
Yeah.
I
no.
see.
Well, no, I was born in England, but I lost all my proper ways when I moved to Canada, and I had to get my hands dirty at the farm and help fix things, and eventually become a very respectable doctor.
Very respectable indeed, Dr. Scott. This planet. So many beaches. It's just as far as the eye can see.
Some people call it New Paradise.
I like that, new paradise.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder what the old paradise was, though.
It was probably just as hot, but you know, something different with like, I don't know, coconuts or something.
Coconuts.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I forget, as a betazoid, you don't know the customs of all the tropical places I grew up with.
Wait, so you grew up in England, in Canada, and in tropical places?
I was born in England. My parents both died, tragically. I was moved to live with my aunt and uncle on a farm in West Edmonton. I was crushed by a tractor. 60% of my body was replaced with android parts. And then I looked at a lot of brochures of places to go that I never went, like Hawaii and Tahiti.
Oh, you only went to exotic places that were completely off the planet Earth.
Yeah, exactly right. What is it?
What is it?
Are you having another one of your revelations?
Oh,
with your
no.
nature and your... I mean, it's adorable. Not that it's...
Oh.
Not that it's adorable.
No.
This is a business
I
trip.
understand. A commander can be adorable to another commander. It's allowed.
You know, I sometimes forget that I'm command. I sometimes get lost in your authority. You're so smart, you're so learned, and you laugh at everything I say.
I guess I find that we connect more easily than with other... I don't.
Than the
Connect
average
well.
bear. Than the average bear.
That is an earthism!
I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Oh, Dr. Scott, you do delight me. I'm very curious about this union ceremony we're going to be witnessing.
Yes. Apparently, in New Paradise, it is the one ritual that unites people, humanoids if you will, where I I come from, it is the blessing of two solitudes, meaning individual souls that are separate enough to be recognized, but close enough to love.
We have that on Beta Z too, although our ceremony involves us being completely nude.
The final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship McGinley. Its continuing mission: to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before. Starring Eliza Pearl as Captain Georgia Thompson.
Paul Hungerford as Commander Jack Deadman.
Amanda True as Lieutenant Commander Veena.
Scott Palmason as Dr. Alistair Scott.
Sarah Montoya-Pevka as Lieutenant Janie Boots.
Co-starring Jessica Lynn Verdi.
Guest starring Joe McGinley.
We're supposed to drop all of these flowers all over the sand.
All right. I don't know, the idea of being married to one person, it really sounds like you're trapped.
Oh, I think it's everything. I don't like being alone. It's very lonely.
Not me. I don't mind being alone with old Jack. Jack's pretty much the best guy I can be alone with. Of course, if I don't want to be alone, I prefer not being alone. Like with a special lady friend or something.
You are very lucky, Jack.
That's why they call me Lucky Jack.
I mean, it must feel great to be able to live your life knowing that you don't have to be attached, that you don't have this inner longing to go, oh, I need someone.
Well, I am pretty driven. I always felt like I'd make captain by 40. Didn't happen. There's always making captain by 45. My career has always been my top priority.
Mine has been helping people.
That made me feel selfish.
I didn't mean it to sound selfish, it's just been, you know, I've saved so many pigs, so many cows, so many Cardassians, so many Betazoids, so many humanoids, blah, 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 that sometimes forget who I am. I mean, look at me. I'm helping two amazing souls coming together. It's like, have you heard the thing? It's like two solitudes.
I heard your speech on that earlier. I'm pretty impressed by it. I don't know. The idea of getting locked down, oh, that was really well done. It's so artsy.
I get that a lot.
That's what you are, aren't you?
Artsy fartsy, as they say.
I just mean as a doctor. Your art is your craft. You save people. You help people. You take bits and pieces and you form them back together. That's ironic, isn't it? That 60% of you is android, and yet 100% of you is savior.
But I ask you this, Deadman, in front of the ocean water, in front of the sand, in the sky.
I should put sunscreen on.
When do I get saved?
How did you happen to choose Teflon 3 as the place for your wedding, Ensign Snow?
Well, just take a look at the beaches.
It is lovely, but of all the beaches, I know that you're from Earth and there's wonderful beaches there. Why Teflon 3?
I feel like our souls will unite calmly here together. The waves just come at you so nicely. It's always low tide here.
You know what, I have worked with you in engineering for 2 years and I had no idea that you had a fella.
It's not like me to talk about my life, but I'm so grateful that you could all be here for this wonderful day.
Thank you for having us.
You've done an excellent job of decorating. I didn't realize you had the capacity, Commander.
Oh, well, they're just flowers. I placed them very specifically.
Take the compliment.
Thank you.
Ensign Snow is very pleased that we were all able to be here to gather with her.
I've never seen a union. I've never been at a wedding or never experienced it. I've always been a man dedicated to service in Starfleet.
Well, after our union, we'll have a very good party and a gathering.
There's a party.
There's always a party.
I didn't know that.
Usually when you party, there's generally a union.
Yeah.
We'll leave you gals to gag while I teach Mr. Commander here a little bit about what a union means.
Oh, Doctor, I was actually hoping you could stay. I know that you have a specialty with earth flowers, and Ensign Snow was wondering if you had a special way to take the rose petals that you've laid out and keep them in stasis for a while. I didn't know if there was extra space and...
I was wondering that.
There's always space for floral stuff. I love flowers, any kind of flower. Yes.
Fantastic. I'll let you two arrange it.
I'll go and look up what a union is.
I can see where you arranged the flowers and where Deadman didn't.
Yes, his fell out in clumps and mine fell perfectly.
You have a decent touch. Gentle touch.
Tell me about Gregoric.
Gregoric, Tefla Gregoric.
Yes, Tefla Gregoric, your union partner.
Yes. I feel like he was the one for me. That we were born for each other. We met, and it just made sense.
That sounds very general and perfect.
Have you ever experienced that, Dr. Scott?
I have. Every day I look at somebody and I fall in love, at least for a moment or two. I know that sounds a little weird, but my mom, before she passed away, would say, everyone's lovable. Fall in love, kiddo. Fall in love. But imagine a British accent. I mean, what a place to get married, too. I heard that this is where you were born. Quite an M-class planet to be born on, Ensign Snow.
Well, I don't know how you heard that, because I was moved to Earth very quickly after my birth here. Most people don't know that about my personality, or my file, I should say.
Right. Your personality is just who you are. That wouldn't define where you were
No,
born.
not at all. But I do relate to the low tides. Ebb and flow very smoothly, nothing rocking the course.
Yeah, exactly. I used to boogie board in my mind. When I was imagining going to Hawaii or Tahiti, I would go, yeah, but the idea of actually surfing or being on a huge wave just made me throw up.
Well, I think maybe this is a good opportunity for you to get out there. Slow, low waves. Fulfill those dreams you always wanted to.
Looks like I found a bit of an opportunity.
As your mother, I cannot help but express my concern. Tell me again how you feel about your future husband?
Mother, you know as well as anybody how much I care for him. How he's-
Describe it again. Your
I hate when you do this to me. My heart feels like it's incomplete unless he's with me. Even now, I feel that my heart is bleeding if he's not with me. This whole day, being unable to see him, it's torture.
do you want to end your life?
If
If you
I
cannot
can't
answer quickly, then you are not in love.
times are different now.
Oh, love is not what it always has been. Where if you cannot be with your betrothed, you would rather slit your wrist and hang yourself, dangling over a high cliff and throw yourself into the rocks.
Just because I'm dramatic about how I love a man doesn't mean that you don't understand me.
Your father and I loved each other so much, it made us feel sick to our stomachs to look at each other. And when he died, do you remember what I did?
I hate to think about it, Mother.
Do you remember what I did?
Yes. You told me that if love doesn't make you sick, it's worthy of dying.
I'm just afraid that you're too smart, that you're thinking about love rather than feeling it. Every time you talk about your, I can't even remember his name.
Tefla, Mother Tefla!
Tefla. I fall asleep every time you talk about it.
I don't want to have the same kind of love that you and Dad had. Excuse me. I believe in something more lasting. These are,
More lasting than forever?
I want to live and be my own person and share that with Gregor.
So he's going to go on the ship with you and cook your meals?
If that's what it takes, he's that kind of man.
Oh, I'm asleep already. Just have just a short amount of time to really find out if this is a union you want, because once you make that union choice, you are unified forever.
I know, Mother.
Please, I beg of you, give me a more interesting son-in-law. When you are unified with him, I am unified with him, and I want you to be painfully in love.
I can't make a promise, but I consider what you've said.
It's excellent stasis. She'll absolutely love it. Only 4 hours until the wedding. Did you know I did some research on the Teflon system?
I did not know until just now.
It's an incredibly violent system. It's fascinating. I had no idea this entire time working next to Ensign Snow that she came from such a civilization. Did you know that when the baby is born, if it doesn't immediately cry, it's killed?
I did know that.
It's amazing. Such a beautiful planet with such brutal practices. You would think that an ugly planet would produce ugly practices, but no. It's almost like danger in paradise.
Yeah. Have you ever read Lord of the Flies?
I have, as a matter of fact. Back at the academy, I took a course on ancient Earth readings. Not so ancient. It went all the way from the Greeks to the 20th century, but still.
Such a beautiful place, and yet such madness.
Yes.
Such big waves.
You know, I think about you sometimes with that book. Do you remember the character Piggy?
I remember a lot of characters from that.
Piggy is a loyal friend. He's
Sure.
a wonderful boy.
Sure. Sure, there's a lot of characters with a lot of traits in that book.
And Piggy, towards the end,
Sure.
is thrown off a cliff. He is killed by all the other
He
boys.
is murdered brutally. Yes.
I think about you sometimes when I think about this character because the way that you were ripped apart as a child, The way that you were separated from the rest of the boys and you tried to interact, I've heard you talk, you tried to interact with the other boys around you, it didn't quite work, and it somehow led you to be slightly isolated but longing for that connectivity. I think about you when I think of Piggy. It's amazing what you've done with these stasis pods for the roses. I know she'll love it.
Let's change books. Have you ever read The Halloween Tree?
No.
Well, I have.
Ensign Snow, what do you think? He turned an entire section of sickbay over to your flowers.
Yes, I've been reading all day about flowers.
You made these stasis pods?
Yes, I had a hobby when I was healing of learning everything horticultural, everything floral, everything plantae, if you will. And I just needed a brush up. A little bit of doctor, a little bit of floral, makes everything go wild.
They're almost as if they're straight from my dreams. They're so beautifully arranged. And
It's amazing. The flowers almost look alive, but they're not. The petals are dead. They've been taken from the flower, and yet look at them. They look alive.
I feel alive just looking at them.
It's a shame that they had to fall off the flower.
It is, but this is the risk worth taking. You know, it's a big wild world out there, and I'm taking some risks.
I'm glad that you're taking what I said to heart. I'm sorry. I should be getting ready for something or looking at a dress.
We'll go help you with your dress.
Please, please.
Nice talking to you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Nice talking with you.
I'll find a new book for you.
Find a new character.
I'm truly honored to be officiating your daughter's wedding.
It's so nice to meet you. Thank you for taking good care of my daughter.
Miss Snow, what seems to be the problem? I'm sure you're emotional because your only daughter is being married, but
Have you ever been in love?
yes, I have.
Oh, that's good to know. I'm glad to hear it. Did it end terribly? Sorry, do you have something to drink?
Oh, yes, of course. Water.
No.
No?
Something more.
The replicator's very fast.
Something else? Yes. Put something in there. A little
All right.
something.
Computer, add synthahol to the water.
Please, will you join me?
Oh, make that too.
To unions of all kinds.
Unions of all kinds. To answer your question, Snow, my love did not end terribly. It just, one might say it's in stasis. You see, my love is the captain of another ship. Yes, and we both are very career-minded, and we have dedicated so much of our lives to Starfleet that it seemed only right for us, when we were both offered positions on different ships, to take them.
I'm happy that you have your ship. But to think of you lonely captains out there in space, captaining your own lonely ships.
Excuse me. Enter.
Shh, Captain, I want to be reported. Forgive me, Captain, I didn't know you had company. How do you do? I didn't realize you were in a meeting. Forgive me.
It's quite all right.
Please pour yourself one of these.
Synthahol.
With water.
Oh, taking it light, I see. Should come over to 10 forward. I can pour you a real drink and keep a little brandy behind the bar.
It's a date. If that's... I
Yes, that
shall.
would be...
Sure.
Sure. Have you had a chance to see the McGinley? I'd be pleased to show you around.
Well, why don't you do that, Deadman?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Sure thing.
Sure thing.
Perhaps we can finish our chat
Oh,
later.
that's right, you're still here.
Why don't we say, $1,900? Very well. Captain.
Commander.
Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Call me Lady Snow.
Nice to meet you, ladies. Commander Jack Deadman.
If I could cut my hand off, I'd let you keep it.
I feel like there's electricity holding them together. Forgive me, I have to depart.
I forgive you this one time.
Then, may I never wrong you
Is this a traditional Tefla gown?
It is. From head to toe, I must wear black.
It's not just black, it's almost armored. Look at this. Steel plating, titanium.
My
Diamond?
people believe in tough love, and this is the embodiment of that. I really appreciate your help, ladies. This is a very big day for me, and with my mother on board, I just feel completely rattled inside.
Parents can have that effect.
Oh,
My parents, thankfully, have been very understanding of, well, all the things that I've been through. So I've never had any pressure from them about my love life, but I understand.
you're a very lucky woman.
Believe me, I know.
Ow! Oh, that is the diamond prick. That's good luck.
Is it?
Yes.
To cut yourself on the nail of a wedding gown.
Yes.
I didn't know.
Congratulations.
Ensign Snow, you have, forgive me, you have very unusual scars on your back. You look like you've been clawed by a bear.
Yes. They were from my father. Something I never knew I would have to talk about.
And you don't have to talk about it.
Is that a general Tefla upbringing?
It's not abnormal, no. In fact, in order for a father to show true love, and I expect Gregor to be just like that, they must slash at their daughter in order for them to know and draw blood. For men, it's a different ritual, and thank goodness I wasn't a man.
I take it from that it is somewhat worse for men.
Yes.
Well, it's a good thing you cried when you came out, otherwise you would have died.
It is possibly the only thing I've done right for my culture.
Snow.
You failed your culture?
No. You're an amazing officer. It is a wonder to have you on our ship.
It's very kind of you to say, Ilaria.
Failing your culture.
I just feel that entering into Starfleet and choosing a man that my mother doesn't approve of, and I don't know. Starfleet was the right choice, and I feel like Gregor's the right choice, but there's just too much emotion. My mother would be proud.
May I enter?
Do you mind?
I don't mind. No, that's fine.
I always yell that if there's women, because I figured somebody might have some skin showing.
Thank goodness I'm all covered up.
You may enter, Dr. Scott.
One floral garland for the bride. I thought it might look nice on your wedding day. I had some extra time.
Orchids?
Yes.
It's not traditional. I don't know if I should wear it.
Snow, are you not untraditional? Haven't you just told us that you failed your culture? If you're going to fail it your way.
You're gonna be shredded apart by your husband. You might as well have a flower.
If it moves you, wear it. If you hate it, the doctor will be okay. You can throw it away. He won't mind. He's very resilient. But if you love it, wear it. And if you love your husband-to-be, marry him.
Well, I definitely love the orchids.
You're very skilled, Dr.
You need the other side.
Oh, forgive me.
To answer your question, you look stunning.
Thank you.
As you can see, the bridge consists mostly of chairs and people doing various things. Lieutenant?
May I sit in a chair?
Yes, of
Pretend
course.
I'm doing things?
Right here, please, the captain's chair. Proper for a lady. And I would stand right here next to you. And I'd say something like, "We're ready to ship off, Captain." And you'd say something like,
Howdy do.
"That would be a great way to send a ship off. Howdy do." You're very funny.
We're just saying howdy do to adventure.
Yes, that's right.
Howdy do to space.
That's right. You've traveled quite a bit. I see that you're from Earth, but you've settled here. Is that true, or are you just here for the wedding?
We're just here for...
Those are just technical sounds. There's lots of things happening on a starship.
If you feel in control of the bridge, I can leave it under your purview.
Me?
No, I was talking to the commander.
We could call her Captain Snow.
Captain. Oh.
Have you not met Lady Snow?
No, I haven't.
Are there buttons I could push?
I think you pushed quite a few of them.
Lieutenant?
I think she knows what I'm referring to.
I'm afraid I don't. This Lady Snow is a guest on this ship.
She is a guest, but she's been interfering with one of our crew's personal feelings. And I think you would agree that one of the things about Starfleet is you can do what you want in Starfleet. You can be from any planet, and in Starfleet you can make your own path. And even if it displeases your own mother.
I think you're being completely insensitive, inconsiderate.
I'm the one being insensitive and inconsiderate.
That's right.
I think that there are two people on this bridge that are being inconsiderate and insensitive, and neither of them are me.
Really?
Yes.
Is that what you think?
It's what I think.
It's despicable how you've just talked to her.
Why don't you talk to her about how she feels about her daughter's betrothed?
It's none of our business.
Isn't it?
No, it's none of our business.
Ensign Snow is my friend.
Well, then you should talk to your friend and leave this kind, sweet woman alone, who's dealing with a lot of things. Her daughter is getting married. That's a lot.
You know so much about getting married.
Oh, is that what this is about?
Oh, isn't it always?
Oh, you are one angry
You
little cat.
are the
I
one.
can't even
You
stand
are the
a
one
person
that always
You're the one that
brings it up. You bring it up.
You're the person that...
I am totally professional.
How dare you? You're so inconsiderate. Oh, go ahead. I will knock you back. I will write you up to the captain.
Maybe we should take this out.
Why don't we take this to the dojo and finish it down there? That sounds great.
1,900 hours.
Fine. I have a date at 1,900 hours.
So you should cancel it.
I wouldn't dare.
Commander, you have the bridge.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Entire crew can be a little passionate. Forgive me.
Commander Deadman,
Lady Snow.
I see that you're in love.
And he looked up at the tree, and there were 1,000 grinning pumpkins all looking back. Oh, Bradbury. enter. Ensign Snow. This is very... I did not think it was going to be you.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
No, just a little leisurely reading time.
Do you mind if I talk to you about something?
Please, sit on my love seat.
It's very comfortable.
It's lovely.
Dr. Scott, have you ever had the experience of where you felt like you were making the right choice, you were doing the right thing, and then just one nagging voice comes into your brain and throws a wrench in that choice that you thought was right, and then this other really nice, let's just say flower, shows up. And maybe gives that nagging voice something to think about. Am I being vague?
Extremely, but for the sake of time, I'll say sure.
What would you do if you... What did you do when you were experiencing something like that?
I've never felt fully me. I've never felt fully needed or wanted or a full doctor or anything. And so to trust your instincts when you're not doing your job is the hardest thing I can do. Sure, I'll fix this up, I'll save that cow, I'll stitch up that ensign. But when it comes to doing what I want to do, I'm gun shy.
Hearing you speak, I feel like this passion has been awoken in me, and it's inappropriate. But for the first time, I feel like I'm one of my people, and my mother would be proud, and I don't know how I feel about that. Dr. Scott.
It's kind of like me on this planet. It's so strange you mention it like that. I had this dream of like getting away from the constraints of my emotions and my limits and feeling like I'm feeling like myself for the first time.
You are?
Yeah. Now that the way you described it.
I feel like
You do that awkward shake that I do.
I have a wedding in an hour.
You and your bat lifts! Cute.
Veena, watch your left. See that?
I've seen them argue like this quite often, but never quite so physically.
You are insufferable!
You drive me! What are you gonna do?
I miss my husband.
Fine. Get it over, baby. What's the matter? Got a little passion coming out of you right now?
You've got the passion coming out of you.
Jealous? Because I've been able to move on? Because someone doesn't know how to move forward?
You wish.
Oh, yeah?
The wedding's in
You wish you knew how to move on. That's why you tracked me down. That's why you always follow me everywhere I go.
I follow you? How'd you get this commission?
On my own merit.
Are you
Unlike
sure?
some.
Oh, God, that hurt! Excuse us, Captain. Had enough?
I can do this all night, or don't you remember?
The wedding's in 45 minutes.
Oh, I remember. As a matter of fact, I've never forgotten. You want me to say it first? I'll say it first. I love you. That's never changed. You're the one that decided to put your career first, even though that's always been my marker.
You know that's not why. You know that's not true.
Then tell me the truth. Why did I go through all that trouble to try and find you and pull you out from the board?
That's you! That's you putting you on me!
Yes. Go ahead, say it.
Whether or not I love you, which maybe I do and maybe I don't. I am not fully me and you know it. What I could give you is only a 3/4 Veena. 1/4 will always be Borg.
No, that's what this is about. You still don't see that doesn't matter to me. You're still 100% Veena. Well, you're right. Perhaps my passion is in the wrong direction.
Well, there's a wedding. It's time to get down to the planet.
She looks very beautiful, don't you think so, Dr. Scott?
Yes, I do.
Isn't it traditional for a groom to show up at this point?
Not for our culture.
When does he usually show up?
Hopefully.
After my rights are read, then he would show.
Well, I shall begin the ceremony.
So you're saying that once your rights are read, if your husband decides to marry you, he'll show up, and if he chooses not to marry you, he won't show up?
Is he watching somewhere?
Yes.
And if he chooses to show up, at what point does he start to shred you?
It's actually not that difficult.
Shred. What is going on?
Captain, I apologize. I feel like I've disturbed the whole ship and made everything about me, and that's so unusual for me. I came here with the intent of getting married and doing my duty to my civilization. I thought by marrying Gregor that'd be correct, and I'm supposed to do my rights, and I'm supposed to be the woman as they want me to be.
They or her?
We really need to go over the prime directive with you.
My mother was right. I know. You'd never hear me say it.
You've never heard her say it.
But today, a passion was awoken in me that I never knew I could have. Yes, I don't agree with many of our traditions. I don't. I'm sorry. But I do believe that love should be passionate. And I don't think I have it with Gregor.
I'm so happy.
Thank you for helping me see that.
Quickly, we must all leave this location so Gregor can't find us.
This way.
Sweep up the hills. Sweeping up the pedals. Because they're not getting married. Or unionized, or whatever the doctor called it.
I feel a fool.
I feel sore. Right here, here. Chest hurts like crazy. I haven't been able to breathe deep in 2 days.
Yeah. Fighting with you. And then watching that girl, our friend, follow her heart. I realize that I'm the one in the armor-plated dress. Not letting other people in because of judgments that I think others have about me. And Jack, I think there's so much that you and I need to uncover about each other. But I'm willing to take it step by step.
So am I. Take all the time you need. I'll be right here.
Not on this planet, I hope.
God, no.
Hey, I heard there's a party.
Yeah, apparently there's drinking.
Oh, I like drinking.
Me too.
Yes. I was hoping you'd be there.
I was afraid I might have put a little too much weird pressure on you.
I hope you're okay. You went through a lot today.
You know, for the first time, I think I feel all right. I'm not fully myself yet. I have a lot to reconcile, but I'm willing to feel all right for now and slowly feel a little bit better over time.
Not fully yourself, you say? I know something about that. Robot parts.
I like them. I love them.
I like them and I love them too.
Thanks for making the flowers.
Thanks for being so sweet.
We should go on a date first.
Yes.
Thank you all so much for coming. We have had a wonderful run. This is our closing night, but we have another show at 9 p.m. We're going to usher you out quickly so we can get the next group in. But thank you again for coming. In this space, we have some wonderful shows coming up that Paul will tell you about.
Yeah, coming up next month in October, horror unscripted, but also Twilight Zone unscripted, directed by this lovely young lady right here, McGinley. Yes, in a second. There might be enough room for some people to come back in, just FYI. That said, check your emails. We're going to send you a special code that will get you 50% off tickets to see Twilight Zone. We're so grateful you can see shows here every weekend. Thank you all so much. Good night.